Little Warriors is a national not-for-profit that focuses on the awareness of child sexual abuse. We also offer a prevention program to teach adults how to prevent child sexual abuse. And the new thing that's added to our portfolio will be the treatment of children that have been sexually abused at the Be Brave Ranch. I'm an entrepreneur by trade. I have been for almost 20 years. But before that, I lived in the Maritimes, and that's kind of where I grew up. And my mom was a single mom who didn't have a lot of money and had didn't have a choice but had to move in with my grandparents. And nobody knew at that time that my grandfather was a child molester. The reason that I'm so passionate about helping kids that have been sexually abused is because I was one of them. And although that was 32 years ago when my abuse started, it's something that you live with for the rest of your life. So Little Warriors will be 6 years old in March, and it's interesting because my assistant at the time in my business, I kept saying, like, find me like a charity that does like prevention and awareness and treatment of child sexual abuse. And for 6 months they kept coming back and they're like, Gloria, it doesn't exist. And I was like frustrated. I'm like, okay, you gotta look harder. Like, there's no way this doesn't exist. And then I went for a business conference with an entrepreneur organization in Montreal. There was a man by the name of David Ash that was speaking, and he had taken like $1 million of his own money when his mother died, Vivian, and he started a women's shelter. And the reason that he did is that his mother had lived on the streets and he could never get her off the streets. So he started a shelter in her name. And I sat there and like it was at a Fairmont, I had like a Fairmont piece of paper, and I'm like, it's Little Warriors. I sketched the logo and I wrote out, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna build a ranch. We're gonna have a prevention program. And it all came to me. I wrote it all down, started bawling, walked out, and I went back to the hotel that night and my husband was there. I said, I'm gonna start an organization called Little Warriors and this is what I'm gonna do and da-da-da-da-da. And he started laughing, and he's a really quiet guy. And I said, why are you laughing? And he said, because I always knew you'd do something when you were strong enough. As soon as I came back from Montreal, I went to the station, I talked to some friends, I set up the board. I applied for status. I'm a get things done kind of girl. And so it was like off to the races. Welcome to the Be Brave Ranch. Yay! I have never experienced that amount of joy. Like literally, I looked at some of the clips coming back, like I was like jumping and, you know, I just honestly, it was one of the happiest days of my life. It's really crazy because it took 3 to 4 months to get all the due diligence done on the purchase. But like when it came and like we're getting the keys, we're like, oh my gosh, like we have a facility. The first long-term treatment center for kids that have been sexually abused in the world. We haven't found another one. And it'll be built right here. And at the same time, we were getting the program developed with U of A and different experts in North America. So it was like, got the facility, programs done, wow, now we gotta renovate and get open. So it was really a realization to the first step of my dream. So blessed and grateful for each and every one of you and for all Albertans and the way that they've embraced us and loved our kids. All the people that raised money for us, we didn't have a building. We didn't have a sketch. We didn't even have a location. We didn't have anything. But they're out doing poker runs and lemonade sales, and you know, we raised that money together to buy this place for these kids. And so that was a very special day, full of joy and love, and just grateful to be alive and to be so blessed to be called to do this journey. Okay, so now for some secrets I've been keeping. God, there's so many. Bought a ranch. It's funny because I'm trying to manage all the things that are going on. So we're getting this $1 million, another $1 million, and then we're getting, like, we got $300,000 worth of furniture, but I can't go live because I don't own the facility yet. So I kept on, I had to keep quiet while I was doing all the due diligence piece and the negotiation piece. And it was the Edmonton family and the Calgary family that put us over the hump to buy that. We didn't get to buy a beautiful facility. Obviously, we didn't have that kind of money. So we bought a facility that's been sitting empty for 4 years. So the state of the Be Brave Ranch at this point is, it's cleaner because we moved all the junk out. But I mean, we got to do some mold remediation in one of the buildings. I mean, there's the main lodge is 20,000 square feet. There's 6 houses that are almost 6,000 square feet. There's a rink and a basketball court. None of it's in good shape. And by like windows, roofs, all of it has to be redone. There's one house we may have to actually like rip it down. So it's so bad. So now people just look on our list and see how they can help. But we still need help with, we may need a builder to build us a small house because we may have to pummel one. I mean, I got 4 months. May 1st is when the staff start. We're already hiring. January 4th is, June 4th, we open the doors. You know how many months that is? Not many. So, you know, you kind of look at it, and because it's so like run down, I don't want kids living in that. It's a year program that come for 28 days, and then they come back 3 more times for 3 different more weeks. I want them to know how much we love them and give them a place of beauty. We're gonna do things the good old-fashioned way, and that's together, right? From a place of love, a place of collaboration. We're gonna get this done for the kids. So far we've, you know, sold the rink, we've sold 3 of the houses. Like, you wouldn't believe, in 2 weeks, I bet we sold 40% of the sponsorship opportunities. So now it's the love, the momentum, all those pieces are really what I'm plugged into, yeah.